While we're doing okay in the league, we've added a couple of more players to our squad, and maybe now it's time for an FA Cup run. Hello and welcome back to Small Football Manager 26 and another part of the Journeyman with Macclesfield. Today we are back with the match against Barnet in the FA Cup. As you can probably hear, really quite suffering with quite flu-like symptoms, very feverish and stuff at the moment, but on the back of Lando Norris winning the F1 World Championship, I thought I'll hop on and get today's video done. But we'll play Barnet in the FA Cup. First time that we are through to the first round proper as a seeded team, if you like. Didn't have to qualify for the FA Cup. Of course, we had a run to the fourth round last year where we went out to Aston Villa. So definitely looking to build upon that today. But since you were last with me, we've played quite a lot of matches. I think you were with me for the South Shields and Carlisle matches, weren't you? We lost 3-1 to Bolton in the first round or first match of the Virtu Trophy. Not really bothered about that Mickey Mouse tournament. We then lost 2-0 away from home to Gillingham. We drew nils each with Crewe Alexander before finally ending our run of bad form with a 5-3 victory over Bradford City. Birkenhead scoring a hat-trick there. Elliot Lee and Dane Scarlett also on the score sheet. We then lost 2-0 to Grimsby away from home. We drew 1-1 with Shrewsbury. Chris Willock scoring his first goal for the club there. We beat Bradford again, 6-2 away from home in the Virtue Trophy. Dane Scarlett scoring 2, Harrison Duncan, Birkenhead, Jerome Hackett and Elliot Lee scoring. We then drew 2-2 with Northampton at home, Birkenhead and Danny Elliott scoring there. Danny Elliott scoring a very late equaliser. We beat South Shields away from home, 3-1. Chris Willock, Elliot Lee and Ollie Norburn own goal there. We lost 1-0 to Cambridge away from home before drawing 1-1 at Crawley with Danny Elliott scoring, and most recently beaten Altrincham 2-1 with Dane Scarlett getting both goals there. That all means that at the moment we are currently in an okay position in the league. We're 11th place, not too far off the playoffs and far enough ahead of the relegation zone at the moment. I did think today I might be telling you this is our last ever match with Macclesfield, but it's not the case. Reading offered us an interview. We interviewed well for it, but just in the last couple of minutes, as we were playing, Reading have appointed James Tarkowski. So, yeah, very sad that we didn't get the Reading job, but we are keeping an eye out for different managerial vacancies. Definitely keeping our eyes on the sort of leagues above, if you like, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, that would have been a great job to get. Obviously, we're still trying to get our coaching badges through. They've still rejected any request that I've gone for. Squad performances so far, just to let you know of. Top goal scorer is Birkenhead with 7. Dane Scarlett's got 6. And Danny Elliott and Elliot Lee have got 5. Top assists is Birkenhead with 6, as does Alexandro, 5. For Shakir Samuels, who's one of our new players. And top average rating is Shakir Samuels with over a 7 average rating. So just to update you on who we have brought in since you were last with me, we have brought in Shakir Samuels. He's a 19-year-old winger, very good attributes. He's in on loan from Nottingham Forest, 3.5-star current ability, 5-star potential. Definitely seems a good player. We've also brought in Isaiah Dadamascoli, or Maskol, defensive midfielder who can drop back into that central defence. 2.5-star current ability, 4.5-star potential. has slotted in very nicely into defensive midfield. And we've signed Will Norris as a backup goalkeeper, 3.5-star ability. He has been at Wickham the last few seasons and done a very good job for them, to be fair, up in League One. So definitely a lot of experience there. And we've also signed Frankie Baker on a free transfer, who has been playing up at Championship level, scored 12 goals in 25 appearances a couple of seasons ago at Bromley in this league. So, yeah, looking forward to it. Let's see what we can do today. This is the team we're going to send out there for our first FA Cup match of the season. Vicente Reyes will start in goal with Oughton, Upson, Parker and Alexandro in defence. Dada Maskol will hold the midfield with Samuels, Lee and Willock starting behind Birkenhermic and Dane Scarlett up top. Dane Scarlett's played pretty well this season. He's sort of muscled his way past Danny Elliott in the pecking order. But I think, consistently rotating those three striking options is going to be the way to go. Barnet, of course, a decent side. I think they got relegated last season, so they're in the National League. So it should be a game that we win and get ourselves through the second round. It would be nice to have a cup run. Here's Chris Willock on the left-hand side. Whips it in. Header straight away from Dane Scarlett. Flashes wide of the post. But we're going to encourage the boys and see what we can do. But yeah, there's not going to be a massive amount of league matches shown this year, unless they're big ones, because it's looking like we're going to finish mid-table. What an assist that is from Shakir Samuels. Great header from Dane Scarlett in the end, and he makes it 1-0 to the Sunkmen. It was a lovely cross, and Dane Scarlett was there, and he has started this season beautifully. I knew he was going to be a good signing, and it certainly seems to be turning out that way. 1-0 it is. Here's Rye, gets it to Kensdale. Here's Glover now on the left-hand side. Glover still going for Barnet, still going. Forces a good save from Vicente Reyes in the end. Reyes boots it clear. Here's Maskol, gets it to Samuels on this right-hand side. Samuels gets it forward. Birkenhermic was there waiting, doesn't get there. Dane Scarlett hits the post. And it could have been 2, but he was offside. So quick look at the other matches that are going on at the moment. Having in Waterlooville, 2-0 up at Bolton. That's a big result. Chester 3-0 up at Walsall. That's a huge one. Yeah, Darlington 1-0 up away to Bromley. That's a big result. Dorking beating Carlisle. Yeah. Some really interesting results out there. Actually, Barnet are in League 2. So, divisional rivals. I thought they'd got relegated last season. Apparently not. Apparently not. Because, yeah. The way I remember it, we had a choice of teams for our draw, which I assume meant that they were Football League sides, but non-league sides, sorry. But apparently not. So there you go. Still 1-0. It's certainly died down a little bit. We don't seem to have been doing quite as well as we started this match. Hartigan. Oh, it's just wide. Close. So heading up to half-time now. Here's Upson forward. Headed away. Here's Oughton headed away again. Glover still going. It's a Tete. Oh, it should have been 1-1, really, shouldn't it? That was poor. Oof, headed over the bar. Need to calm down here. Oh, and there it is, half time. 1-0. Right, let's have a look at what we could change up here. Out of not having the best of games, we could put Aurier on for him. Chris Willock on a yellow card, so I'm going to put Jerome Hackett on that left-hand side, and we're going to bring off Birkenhermic for Danny Elliott up top. Okay, cool. Right, let's get into it then. Second half is here. Here's a Tete, good tackle from Maskell. Yeah, Dada Maskell does seem to be a good addition in that position. Obviously, we were playing Duncan there at the start of the season. Ben Osborne was there last season until he retired at this level of football. But, yeah, Dada Maskell certainly seems to be the type of player we want in that position. Here's Upson. Aurier boots it forward. Here's Rye. Rye forward now. Upson. Upson clears. Headed away again. Here's Lee. Gets it to Scarlett. Din Scarlett on the ball. Good ball through to Samuels. This could be a chance. Whips it in. And Jerome Hackett had a chance there, but he hacked it. Tavares, good interception from Dane Scarlett. He's having a glorious match so far, is Dane. He's still going. Here's Serge Aurier now. Former Tottenham teammate there. Oh, what a goal from Serge Aurier. And Dane Scarlett somehow goes down as the assist, but it was all Serge Aurier, wasn't it? What a finish that was from him. Came into the middle. Beautiful shot, past the keeper, and it's 2-0. And could that be the moment that Serge Aurier rediscovers his form at right back? Oh, they're straight back into it. Keon Atete has scored. Gonna just tell them to calm down now. That is not what we wanted. Ball forward again. Not this time, though. And you will have noticed, you know, most of the matches we've been winning this season have been high-scoring affairs. We haven't had that defensive solidarity. Wow. Well, 2 minutes later, after going 2-0 up, we're 2-2. Wow. Well, that has completely changed the complexion of the match now. And the momentum is behind Barnet. They have absolutely silenced our crowd. It's forward. Oh my God. Keon Atete has scored a 3-minute hat-trick. What on earth has just happened there? That is the most ridiculous thing I think I've ever seen in Football Manager. I think that's 3 goals in 3 minutes. It is. Wow. And now, after being 2-0 up, we are going to be going out of the FA Cup at the first hurdle, which is a shame. And you feel it shouldn't be happening. But it very much is. Here's Elliot Lee. That's forward. Danny Elliott's got a great chance to get us back on terms, and he scores. Wow. Danny Elliott. What a man. Elliot Lee with the assist. It was a brilliant ball forward. Danny Elliott ran onto it. Well controlled here. Took a second touch and then went for it. Past the keeper it goes. 3-3. This is crazy. Right, let's encourage them. Last 5 minutes. Can we get a winner? Right at the death. I think it goes to penalties if it's level at 90. The crowd have gone very, very quiet. Goddard clears. Headed away by Parker. Here's Lee. Gets it to Hackett. The crowd liven up again. Here's Elliott. Into the middle. Oh, that was a chance. That was a chance. Didn't take it, though. And I think that's going to be Penno Jeffs. Let's have a quick look at who can take good penalties. Damani Mella should be on the pitch. Maybe Harrison Duncan. So Damani Mella, who wasn't good at Pennos. Elijah Upson's pretty terrible, as is Dada Maskell. Right. So Duncan's going to come on for Dada Maskell. Elijah Upson for Damani Mella, who I thought... Oh, there he is on the bench. Fab. Okay. I'm hoping we got them on the pitch. Yes, we did. So unless there's a late winner here, we've got our best players on the pitch for Penno Jeffs. And there it is. Oh, no. Oh, no, it's extra time. Oh. Oh, dear. Oh, this isn't good. Well, we've messed up there, haven't we? Oh, my word. Yeah, I think that's fine. Well, that's what we'll have to do. I thought it was going to go straight to penalties, but it hasn't. We get an extra sub then as well. So yeah, we'll try and win this now. We've made it very difficult for ourselves. Here's Hackett. Hackett with a chance. Gets it forward. Samuels is there. Samuels into the middle. Danny Elliott scores. Yes. Brilliant. Right. Okie dokie then. What could we do? Dane Scarlett could come off. We could put a defensive player on, swap him with Danny Elliott. That could work. With Damani Mella, I mean. That could work. Let's try and get a second goal. Damani Mella forward. Good ball forward to Danny Elliott. Still going. Into the middle it goes. Scarlett was there. It's a corner. But yeah, I think we're going to keep it how it is for the next 10 minutes or so. And then when it gets into squeaky bum time, that could be the time to make the changes. Hackett. No, it's away. Here's Alexandro forward. Header from Elliott. Elliott in again. Here's Damani Mella. It's in. Jerome Hackett scores. 5-3 now. And you would feel like that should be about that in this match. But we were 2-0 up before. But what a comeback this has been so far. From 3-2 down, the momentum going all the way of Barnet. We've held on well here. Here's Samuels. That's forward, but nothing doing. Lavery. Headed forward. Here's Parker. Aurier. Samuels. Still going into the middle. Jerome Hackett makes it 6. What a spell from the boys. And again, Shakir Sinclair, another fabulous cross from him. That is now a hat-trick of assists. Right, and he is looking very tired, to be fair to him. So he's going to come off, and for one meet is going to come on instead. I'm going to leave it like that. There's Samuels. Samuels forward. Elliott. Elliott finds Scarlett. Scarlett finds Elliott. Elliott scores his hat-trick. It's now 7 somehow. It's 7. Unbelievable. The two substitutions have absolutely torn this game apart now. 7-3. I mean, what a match this has been. It's actually turned into a normal length episode. Sandro gets it forward too for 1-me, who's still going. Oof, nearly made it 8. This is an extra 30 minutes on the legs that we didn't need, didn't want. But at least we're going to get through. And it's a big confidence boost, this, as well. And there it is. We are through to the second round of the FA Cup. Very well played, everybody. 7-3. That is unbelievable. Right, okay. So I'm going to keep pushing on. And when I see something interesting to happen, obviously I think it is going to be very much a sort of season of transition. We're going to finish mid-table more than likely. But I think Yeovil and Barnsley next time out might be a good idea as we bookend November and December. And we'll see what happens there. Obviously, depending on who we get in the FA Cup second round, we might change that. But yeah, hopefully you guys are good. Enjoy the series so far. If you have, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more FM content. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching and goodbye.